This week's blog post is the fifth in my series on the Clark Art Institute. On the Clark, which is in Williamstown, Massachusetts, see the first post in this series. This week we are looking at British landscape art that's contemporary with the neoclassicist and romantic works that we saw last week. During the 18th century, wealthy Brits making the grand tour on the continent brought home works by artists such as Claude Lorraine. See the upper left. This was from my second post on the Clark. By the early 19th century, British landscape painting was flourishing, with works by Gainsborough, Constable, and Turner the most notable. Their works became well known in France beginning in the 1820s. In both subject and style, these British landscape painters influenced the Naturalists and the Impressionists, many of whom prefer to paint pure landscapes. Sir Edwin and Lady Manton bequeathed to the Clark some 300 British paintings, drawings, and prints, mostly landscapes. I'm going to show you a handful of the Constables and Turners. John Constable, 1776 to 1837, revolutionized landscape painting by his fascination with precisely observing and recording transient effects, such as light and clouds and the movement of foliage. To capture those effects, he would often do sketches outdoors before tackling a large-scale work in his studio. So these two are works from very early in his career, 1800 and 1816. These two are from the early 1820s, and these are from the later 1820s. Shifting to Turner. Joseph Mallard William Turner, 1775 to 1851, began his career in the 1790s by painting conventional landscapes. The title of this 1822 painting is a hat tip to Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, and the style is a tribute to the Rococo painter Watteau. Boucher, I've given you the work from the Clark by Boucher at the lower right. Boucher worked in a very similar style to Watteau. Over the next few decades, Turner shifted to use of brilliant colors and then to a style in which objects seem to dissolve into shimmering mist, as in this painting on the left. Turner's style was enormously influential on the French Impressionists, especially Monet. That example on the lower right is also from the Clark. Next week, we will pause on the Clark and look at the Capitalist Christmas post for 2023. DianeDuranteWriter.com has hundreds of posts on sculpture, painting, architecture, and my other obsessions. To join the Sunday Recommendations email list, visit the URL that's on the screen or email me. Then you can say, "Well done, Diane," or support my work and receive rewards by means of the tip jar on DianeDuranteWriter.com. As always, thank you for listening.